to everybody, and it's such an honor and a pleasure to have distinguished alumni on the panel today for another PUSA talk. And this one is really special for, I believe, all the students who are currently studying in the college, but also the alumni. But this one is very special for PIMA and the executive committee members. And that's primarily because this is, in a way, very different than what we have done so far. There's been a lot of feedback about the fact that many students who have passed out of IHM PUSA are no longer in the hotel industry. And we've also realized that, in fact, more than, if not then less, are outside the hotel industry. And they have accomplished some stellar performances and some stellar positions after passing out of IHM PUSA. And we've been wanting to do some sessions with entrepreneurs. We've been wanting to do some sessions with professionals of other industries who have achieved significant success. But this one is very special because we've got on the panel today people who have followed their heart, followed their passion, and done stuff which is really a little out of what we can call as syllabus. And it is not a very easy thing to do when you have to make a living and you also have to follow your heart and passion and do what you love to do. And I am absolutely amazingly pleased to introduce this lovely panel that we have. Today, I am just going to introduce Gary. And I know that the attendees on this call are not here to listen to me. So I'll keep it very short. Gary, of course, passed out of IHM. You know, he is a true blue Fauji, has worked, and, you know, I'm sure all of you have read the introductions that were released. It's amazing the number of awards that he has won during his army days. And then, very interestingly, he's followed, he's of course, you know, established an organization. But what's very interesting is the kind of work that he does in security and intelligence. Of course, it is the topic of the century, topic of the decade, with all the stuff that is happening around us. And we would, of course, get snippets of what Gary is doing in his day job as we progress through the program. So Gary, I would really say thank you very much for moderating this event. I know you're an extremely busy man with a very, very busy schedule running your organization. Thank you very much, and appreciate your doing this for your alma mater. And I will now hand over to Gary to introduce the rest of the panel and then take it forward from there.
Sure, Arindam. Thank you so much, and a very formal good morning to everyone. There seems to be a large number of attendees, and to be very honest, this is great. Thank you, Arindam. Thank you, everybody at AHMA, that you think that how strong the community is. If I really look at my personal opinion, I think we might be called hotel management, but the amount of things we have learned at college were not even diversity management, the amount of exposure we got, the conflict management. At the same time, the ability to be happy in whatever conditions might be. I do recall our situations when it was stressful, people were working hard, and moment the work got finished, everybody wanted to just dash down and relax. Whereas, is the hotel management spirit, moment you finish, you want to celebrate and do a party yourself. That is the big difference between everybody else and us. And thank you so much, panelists. It's really a privilege. I can tell you that every panelist here who is going to speak after me is actually a celebrity. And the wonderful thing that has happened is that they were like, if you possibly some other Federer invited them for a match. They've gone to his field and beat him in tennis. So that's the spirit of hotel management. If I look at my own badge, I have Kapil Sankla, who's one of the prominent lawyers in the country. Sukhdeep Singh, who ended up being a great banker. So there have been from every batch such wonderful resources, I will say, for country, for international community and different fields. And I will take the liberty of maybe introducing when the panelist comes up rather than doing it one row. And more than that introduction, it is again, I will say that really a privilege for me. So let me request Nita, who happens to be a 2003 pass out and is right now looking at complete content of Fever 104 FM. So all you people who love this radio, you know how things are made. It's Nita. Some amazing job. And when she thinks about college, the kind of memories and kind of learnings which she's able to attach all along is also very unique. So Nita, over to you, and let's see how's been your journey from college till now, and what all you have carried from college till now.
Am I audible?
Yes,
yeah.
you are.
Okay. So like Gary just mentioned, I think hotel management is not just about it's not just a course for those who are planning to pursue a career in the hotel industry. I think hotel management just teaches you how to live your life, and it helps you build a solid personality for whatever might lie for you, lie in store for you in the future. So talking about my journey, I did my hotel management from IHM Pusa. I passed out in 2003. And thereafter, I joined Air Sahara, जो मेरे join करने के बाद ही बेसहारा हो गया. So I actually suffer from air sickness, which I didn't know of because I had never traveled, via an airline before this. So I straight away landed up, in this job, and I suffer from air sickness. I used to take Avomin tablets before every flight. तो मैं किसी की क्या सेवा करती, वो fellow cabin crew मेरी सेवा कर रहे होते थे. So anyways, I pulled along for about 8 long months like that. And then I participated in the Radio Mirchi RJ Hunt. So actually Naved won that year, and I was the first runners up and the listener's choice. So I thought, ये तो बहुत अच्छा हो गया life में. And then I got a job in Radio Mirchi Pune as an RJ. So I worked there for a couple of years, but then I wanted to come back to Delhi. So then I got through Radio 1 in Delhi. And then I was an RJ with Radio 1 for about good 7 long years. But then उसके बाद मुझे लगा अब ये हो गया, अब कुछ और करना है. So then, I ended up writing a book, a satire on matrimonial websites, because at that time, I and all my friends were registered on all the websites known to humanity. So we thought, this is great content, let's do this. So then I ended up writing a book on this. उसके बाद मुझे लगा अब क्या? फिर then I thought, let me go back to radio, because I've always been very passionate about this medium of radio and communication. So I thought, let me now go to the back end, experience the corporate world, the politics, the culture and everything. So then I ended up joining Fever Bangalore, wherein I used to manage the content and the programming for the entire station. Again, I wanted to come back to Delhi. So then, Fever is a part of Hindustan Times Group, and so is Radio Nasha. So I got transferred internally from Fever Bangalore to Radio Nasha Delhi. So currently I am taking care of content and programming for Radio Nasha Delhi. So I feel, yeah, of course, life has been very exciting, very good, after I passed out, and I've enjoyed every single moment. And for me, more than, success, for me, my litmus test is, am I having fun? Am I enjoying this? Is this journey exciting for me? And am I learning and growing every day? So I think as long as that remains the focus, one will continue to manifest one's potential wherever you go. So I think it's important to enjoy. And hotel management was a great, training ground for me to experiment with a lot of things in life.
That's very exciting, Nita, and really appreciate the journey you've been enjoying. At the same time, means what we know of you, the energy and the effervescence you carry, definitely you reflected very well on the radio as well. But during some discussions, I've heard of you talking about a lot of silly things of college, and you cherish them. Was there a training attached to it? Does it really put something even now on the table to make it more interesting?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I think you know, things that might look silly at that time, but then they end up teaching you so much. So for example, am I audible? Because then my internet connection is a little unstable. Yeah,
It's
okay.
pretty good, pretty good. Keep rocking.
Okay. So I remember, you know, that ragging के दिनों में हम बिल्कुल नमूने बन के कॉलेज जाते थे. So I remember I used to live in Noida and I had to travel to Pusa and used to be wearing a tri-color uniform, यानी कि कुर्ता अलग रंग का, सलवार अलग रंग की और दुपट्टा आपका अलग रंग का और खूब सारा तेल आपको लगाना होता था. If the oil wasn't dripping, that seniors used to kind of completely take your case. So the oil had to be dripping. आपको एक बड़ी सी लाल बिंदी लगानी होती थी, 2 चोटियां बना के, वो बड़े बड़े लाल ribbons और पैरों में चप्पल. So complete namuna, you know. And I remember everybody used to be looking at me, and of course, so what I learned from that is to how to become comfortable in an uncomfortable situation, you know, because for almost a month we were traveling like that, and I had never done something like that before. So I thought that really taught me, you know, how can I be comfortable in the most uncomfortable situation. And then I remember standing in the Hawa Mahal and just whiling away time for hours. That was so much fun, you know, missing all the classes. But then we always went back and we always, you know, took the notes and we ensured that we were on the same page as the students who were sincere and attending the class every day. So I thought that kind of also taught me that it's important to have fun in life. You know, you work hard, but you also have fun in life. It's important to chill. And the third learning I would say is, you know, when I remember when I did my training from Taj Mansingh in the second year of college, and I didn't go home for about 2 days. That was my first exposure to the professional life and how it is important to be, you know, to work hard, to stay committed to your work, and you know, to ensure customer delight. So I think those were great learnings for me, which helped me, you know, develop inculcate the spirit of perseverance in my own life. So yeah, a lot of those things which happened in college have helped me, you know. They looked silly. I remember, you know, ragging के time पे हम एक बार basketball court पे हमें भागना था और हमें बोलना था बाढ़ आ गई, you know. So even those episodes, you know, everything kind of taught you something in life. So I cherish all those memories.
Wonderful, Neeta. I think one thing amazes about then the IHM Pusa is consistency.
Yes.
I think we all have seen that as well. and I can easily say that although being a para commando in the Indian Army is a very different job than being in the college at IHM Pusa, but there was so much to carry from IHM Pusa to Army, and I'm very proud that it helped me. The amount of discipline, while you said
Yes.
about the fun, but if it has to
Yes.
happen at 3 p.m., it will happen at 3 p.m. So that was special about hotel management, that they will tell you how to keep the balance. And another concern is Vineet Panchi, you know, so popular. Lots of WhatsApp groups do actually enjoy his lot of work he does, whether on the poetry side or otherwise. So I'm part of some groups. Whenever somebody will post his video, I'll immediately jump, hey, my senior from college. So now people are used to saying, here's Vineet Panchi's video, Gary senior from college. So Panchi, you have really set the stage in a very different manner for not only people who have worked with you, know you, but everybody had. Right from college, we could see the spark of organizing a Shame Awadh as a farewell, not really a normal farewell. And that has continued to something most amazing thing which is happening in the industry through you. What do you sort of think about college and where the...
I think Gary, तेरी बीच में आवाज कट रही है, वो last में जो बोला दोबारा बोल दे यार.
I said maybe your journey from college till now, a short brief on that, how it progressed.
यार ये ना बड़ी embarrassing सी कहानी है. मुझे लग रहा था कि कुछ interesting सी हो तो ना सुनाने में मजा भी आता है. मुझे यार कॉलेज के बाद ना नौकरी नहीं मिली थी. तो मैं उन लड़कों में से था जिनको, I mean, most of my friends were really, you know, in class. They were constantly studying. They really attended their industrial training really well. उनके certificate भी ठीक थे. उनको काम भी आता था. तो naturally college तो निकल जाता है, लेकिन college के बाद क्या होता है कि जब interview शुरू होते हैं तो मेरे जैसे लड़कों को नौकरी नहीं मिलती. So I have a minor regret, लेकिन अब वो थोड़े दिन तक रहा था, फिर ठीक हो गया. So I joined Neruda यार. तो 15 दिन तक उन्होंने मुझे छोटी सी वो पैंट दे दी थी, वो घुटनों तक आती थी, और हमें आइसक्रीम पार्लर के पीछे खड़ा कर दिया और फिर कहते हैं कि साहब यही आपकी जिंदगी है, मेरा तो हार्ट फेल हो गया। ऊपर से एक दिन मेरे पिताजी आ गए वहां पे देखने के लिए कि लड़के की नई नौकरी कौन सी है। जब उन्होंने देखा कि आइसक्रीम के पीछे वो कर रहा है, तो उन्होंने हल्के से आगे पूछा, माय डैड बाय द वे इज अ डबल PhD इन जियोकेमिस्ट्री, ही वाज द गाय हु पुट द मास स्पेक्ट्रोमीटर टू इंडिया। तो जो भी हुआ उसके बाद फिर उन्होंने कहा, और मेरे पिताजी से मेरी बनती नहीं थी, तो यू नो अ कपल ऑफ थिंग्स हैपेंड एंड somebody walks into Nirmala, वो मुझे कहते हैं साहब कि आप अंग्रेजी ठीक ठाक सी बोलते हैं, आप यहाँ क्या कर रहे हैं? मैंने कहा मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ कि मुझे आपके ज्यादा पैसे थे और मैं यहाँ से चला जा। तो I then work for anything that I got here. I was studying on a student loan and there were multiple things that were happening with me at that time. मेरे पिताजी से नहीं बनती थी। जब मैं दिल्ली आया था, मैं देहरादून का रहने वाला था, तो मुझे नहीं पता था मैं कहाँ जा रहा हूँ। मेरे साथ के सारे लड़के तुम्हारी तरह फौजी बन गए थे, तो ये सबसे आसान एग्जाम था। जब आप IIT की तैयारी करते हो तो आपको लगता है होटल मैनेजमेंट तो निकल ही जाएगा, तो मैं इस तरह होटल मैनेजमेंट आ गया था भाई। मैंने 3 साल खूब मस्ती की, मैंने खूब वहां पे पंगे लिए, हमने खूब ऐश की, गाने गाए, वो किया, लेकिन मेरे को होटल इंडस्ट्री के बारे में खास नहीं आता। तो जब मैं नेचुरली बाहर निकला तो नौकरियां भी वैसी मिल रही थी। Anyway, I did a lot of different careers after that. I went into retail. We started the first Reebok store in India in '95. Then the first Bose store in India after getting trained in the US. Connaught Place में हमने दुकान खोली थी. Then we were the first batch of people who started to get a job in the BPO industry. तो हमारे साथ वो बड़ा अच्छा हो गया। अचानक BPO इंडस्ट्री में जब कोई कहता था तुम्हें 50,000 रुपए मिलेंगे, जब तुम्हारे साथ वाले लड़कों को यार 6,000 रुपए मिलते थे, तो हमारा दिल बाहर आता था। 6,000 लड़के तो हमारे ऊपर पड़ रहे होते थे। So we had great fun, yeah. I went into training, then HR, continued, went to XLR, I took a break, पूरी और पढ़ाई कर ली, फिर इज्जतदार नौकरियां मिलनी शुरू हो गई, और करीबन 10 साल पहले, जैसे अभी नीता ने बताया, ये मिर्ची से शुरू हुई थी, तो मिर्ची का जहाँ दफ्तर था ओखला में, उसके बिल्कुल सामने आई यूज्ड टू वर्क फॉर अ कंपनी जहाँ का मैं हेड ऑफ HR था। तो मैं देखता था यार, मैं हमेशा दुखी घूमता रहता हूँ, ये जितने आरजे नावेद की बात करिए, नावेद उस समय नया नया आया था, एंड ही तो नीचे खड़े होकर सिगरेट पीता था। तो मैंने कहा यार तो यहाँ पे क्या करते हो? कहता है कि मैं ऊपर आरजे हूँ। मैंने कहा तो आरजे बनने के लिए क्या करना पड़ता है? कहता है कुछ नहीं, बोल आप ठीक लेते हो, लिख आप ठीक लेते हो, आवाज ठीक होनी चाहिए। तो मैंने उसको बताया नहीं, मैं थोड़ी देर में उसके बॉस के पास गया, तो मैंने वहां पे नाम बोल दिया, और उनके बॉस, तो मैंने उनको जाके बोला जी मैं ना एक बार ट्रायल देना चाहता हूँ। उन्होंने मुझे ट्रायल के बाद वीकेंड का आरजे रख दिया। तो मैं यहाँ पे करता था HR हेड की नौकरी, और सामने करता था संडे में एक शो 2 और 2 5 करके, और मुझे मजा आ जाता ना शुरू हो गया। मैंने कहा ये तो बड़ी मुसीबत है, मजा यहाँ पे आ रहा है, काम यहाँ पे करना पड़ता है। मैंने छोड़ दी फिर बोला। चलिए then I went to Dehradun, started my own little music studio, और इस तरह से एक खाना खराबी के बाद दूसरी खाना खराबी, और करते करते फिल्म बनानी शुरू कर दी, ये करना शुरू कर दिया। फिर ये छोटी मोटी, जब आप जिंगल बनाते हो, गीता आप जानती हैं, तो जिंगल बनाते हुए क्या होता है, कुछ छोटे छोटे राइम करने पड़ते हैं। बॉस को सलाम सुबह शाम, तो पूरे होंगे सारे काम अमूल। मैं अगर 10 साल से बैठा ये कर रहा है, तो वो ना क्या होता है, थोड़ी देर में जब आप अपनी नज़्में लिखनी शुरू करते हो, तो वो नज़्म भी ऐसी आ जाती है। So I didn't do much. मैंने जो जिंगल लिखते अपनी बात कहनी शुरू कर दी, and that became the नज़्म। So that's really my story यार। मुझे खास नहीं पता कि और मैं आपको क्या बताऊं। होटल मैनेजमेंट really helped me in a lot of ways. पहले तो उसने मुझे ये समझाया कि भाई तुम मरोगे नहीं। मेरा ये फ्रीज हो गया। Can you still hear me? नीता एक मिनट उंगली उठाओगे? You can still hear me?
Your voice is coming and going.
Okay. ये थोड़ा सा तो इंटरनेट का रहता है यार, ये देहरादून है, पहाड़ी इलाके हैं, बड़ी मुश्किल से यहाँ पे इंटरनेट आया हुआ है, मुश्किल के लिए बहुत कुछ।
Vineet, since you're good at RJ as well, maybe you and continue as a RJ. Sorry to say that way.
मैं वीडियो थोड़ी देर के लिए रोक देता हूँ, एटलीस्ट तुम्हें आवाज आती रहेगी, फिर फील करते हैं।
Makes sense. Yes.
Basically ये स्टोरी है यार, one career from another, jumped a few industries, continue to restart every time I went into a new industry, और जैसे जैसे होता था यहाँ पे पहुंच गया। That's the story, Gary.
I think this again phenomenal, Vineet, and maybe definitely another thing which is very critical here is, like you mentioned, from 6,000 to 50,000, and from a salary at HR head to RJ. I do not know the financial comparison, but the jump from so-called salary to entrepreneur. So what was that? And I can see the risk is not something you're worried about. So you don't need a risk manager like me at all. But still, people jump from employment to entrepreneur.
complete pagalpan hai yaar. I don't think everyone should do that. You know, in hindsight, everything looks fine. 100 of us take that jump, a few succeed, और जो succeed करते हैं फिर हम उनको प्रोग्राम में बुला लेते हैं और कहते हैं बताइए साहब आपने कैसे किया, बाकी 99 से कोई नहीं पूछ रहा. It's a huge risk. थोड़ा पागलपन चाहिए, थोड़ी दीवानगी चाहिए, थोड़ा जोश चाहिए, never giving up चाहिए. उसके बाद भी हो सकता है ना बनो. Talent भी चाहिए, passion भी चाहिए, market भी चाहिए. So the odds are really, you know, placed against you. मेरे साथ luckily ये हुआ कि मैं छोटे शहर में आ गया. And I had a supportive family and I had friends जो कि कहते थे देखा जाएगा जो करना है तू कर. I did find a very interesting way of then starting to measure my success and how I felt about success. And that was, यार मैं 1/10वां हिस्सा अपनी लास्ट तनख्वाह का कमा रहा हूँ, लेकिन मैं 100 गुना खुश हूँ. तो मैं करूँ क्या? I mean, should I continue to look at इसने नई गाड़ी ले ली, बड़ा बुरा लगता था यार. शुरू में तो हम भी यही करते थे, रेस वही थी. उसने BMW शिफ्ट कर लिया तो अभी तक उसी में घूम रहा है. उसने मकान दो ले लिया तो अभी तक ही कर रहा है. लेकिन जैसे जैसे वो तेरे पास आके कहने लगे यार मैंने यार नई BMW ली है लेकिन तू इतना खुश कैसे है, क्योंकि खुशी तो मिल रही उससे. तब मैंने कहा ठीक है यार, ये अपने यार बिना अपने से चल रहे हैं, ठीक है, इसका मतलब अपना ठीक चल रहा है. Cut a long story short, if it is giving you pleasure, if it is something that you know brings joy to you every day, it's worth it. And when you continue to do what you really love, you will get better than other people. When you get better than other people, लोग तुम्हें खुद ही आगे चढ़ाते हैं. I mean, becoming famous or becoming a celebrity or you know being recognized is a matter of complete chance. It's a matter of कितनी देर तक कौन लगा था. जो लगा था वो दिखने लग गया, जो हल्के से निकल गया वो निकल गया. बाकी तो यार इसमें कुछ खास है नहीं.
Got that. This is, I think, the way you are able to put it across. We can see the journey has been far more treacherous than that. And but thank you so much. Wonderful comments. So I think if whatever little I recall of Madhulika in college, like Neeta mentioned about taking notes from someone, Madhulika is somebody whose notes have been continuing at least for last, maybe after she passed out, at least for 10 to 12 years. She was not only a topper in one subject, but every subject in the college and whatever best she could do. And I think it was very much clear that she will not settle anything less than the best. She definitely changed gears into something very different. She's been writing short stories, novels, non-fiction. In fact, she's the first Indian to win the Commonwealth short story competition. And again, the first Indian to be longlisted Sunday Times EFG Short Story Prize. Well, being a little bit of an investigator myself, it's really a pleasure to read the series which she calls Muzaffar Jung, which is about a detective during the Mughal era. So, Madhulika, this again, what we know from college and definitely what you do now, there has to be some correlation. Over to you to hear that.
Hi, thanks a lot for this invitation to this panel, and it's so interesting to hear everybody and to sort of find out about how things are quite similar for us in some ways. You know, like for instance, I completely agreed with what Vineet said and what Neeta said about, you know, if you enjoy something, then that takes precedence. Anyway, to talk about my life, what happened was that after I left PUSA in 1994, I joined Old World Hospitality, and I was working there in materials and controls. So basically, I looked after purchasing, receiving, and F&B controls. I was there for 4 years. Finally, I quit because I was just it was just getting too much for me. And I ended up going to an advertising agency. It was a tiny agency, and they took me on in client servicing, which was an extension of the fact that I was in a service industry before, you know, in hospitality. And I went into client servicing, and because it was a tiny outfit, very soon they realized that, okay, this woman can write. So they said, okay, तुम जब time होगा तुम जरा creative में आ जाना, थोड़ी हमारे लिए headlines लिख देना, थोड़ी taglines लिख देना, ये लिख देना, वो लिख देना. So I ended up finally having 3 cards. I had 3 visiting cards there, one in creative, one in client servicing, and one in accounts. So I used to handle all sorts of things, and in my free time, I was media executive as well. So that was like sort of all around. I was learning a lot, And because I got exposure to copy, the creative writing aspect of it, that sort of honed my writing skills a bit. And around the same time, there's this boutique hotel near Udaipur called Devigarh. So Anupam Poddar was setting up Devigarh, and a former lecturer of mine from Overall Hospitality, when I was doing my management training, put me in touch with Anupam Poddar and said that, okay, this woman will help you plan your restaurant, because I had this experience in materials and controls. So he said she'll help you plan your requirements for crockery, cutlery, linen, etc., etc. So I did all of that for him. And then along the way, Anupam Poddar realized I could write. So he said, look, I have to set up my website. So can you write the website for me? So I wrote. And, he paid me for it. So I said, okay, now somebody's actually willing to pay me for my writing. And that was, the sort of spur. So next time, I was looking for a job. I said, advertising I've had enough of. I was looking for a job, and a job came up which involved writing. So I said, okay, let me try. So I actually tried. And that was, it was a progression from hospitality through service industry, through advertising into writing. And it still took a long time, because I was, there was this fright, this fear of how can I leave a salary job and become a writer full time. So it was, I kept on in a corporate job for a long time. So I worked in advertising, then I went to a travel portal. After that, I worked in NIIT. And eventually in around 2008, I decided, okay, I've spent enough time in the corporate world. So I left, and since then I've been writing full time. I've had 7 books published so far. Plus I have another 6 or 7 in the pipeline. And I do a lot of writing on this side as well. So I write on fiction, I review books, I write on travel, I write on food. And a lot of my food writing actually stems directly from my hotel management experiences. So I think, for me, hotel management it was a time of, great, I may not come across as being one of those people who really enjoyed myself a lot, but I did, because I suppose for me, learning new things, it gives me a high. So all the stuff I learned in hotel management is like, it still stays with me. So, and it helps enrich my writing. It helps me sort of, if I'm writing about food, I'm doing a lot of research behind it and I'm enjoying it. So I think hotel management helped round out my personality and round out my writing as a result of that.
Great. That's so awesome. And one thing which I'm always very jealous of everybody who writes well, because I can't do that trick at all, is that you leave your legacy and you leave your stuff, and you are making an impact for much, much longer time period. Although means you, Nita, and everybody else, Sharad, who's writing, I'm very sure you're getting very popular even now, but look at whether till today, if somebody has to talk about English, it happens to be Shakespeare. And if somebody's talking about Hindi, and it's Munshi Premchand. So that's the ability. So I really feel jealous myself. Great work, and very proud at the same time, not only jealous of the wonderful work being done. And, in continuing towards the journey and the kind of diversity which IHM can produce, not only manage, well, it's who actually passed out of college in 1989 and definitely doing wonderfully great. I may take the liberty of saying that when Sharad started experimenting, there could have been many others who were not so much into trying new things, maybe more conservative. And it's been so great that Sharad actually, the kind of things he's done along with his passion, joining the profession and becoming an entrepreneur. So he's very, very intelligently blended it all. I do recall a great story about Sharad, that his first tiger sighting happened in, I said setting Ranthambore. If you're going there, everybody said tiger setting. So that reminds me. So his first tiger setting happened in Ranthambore. And during the day, And what he did in the evening is he proposed to a tigress. Him. And I think the story of tiger finished their structure at that time. And whatever else had to start commenced from there. So over to you, Sharath.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. It's a pleasure to be here. Trying to recall the days of hotel management. Had a great time, but I was quite an introvert during those days. I wouldn't speak. I wouldn't speak because I couldn't speak also at that point in time. And that was primarily because I would stammer a lot. So in 1988, we got a principal, Mr. Sudhir Andrews, who started to expose us and did some PDP classes with us. And that gave me some confidence of some measure that, yes, I can sit for an interview. So I went for an interview, the campus interview, and Taj was the first chain that came. And my turn came at 7:30 in the evening. I was the last person to be interviewed that day. So the moment I entered the room, there were 10 people who were sitting right across on the panel. I enter and I see the person on the left, extreme left, Sanjay Patni, he was yawning. The person next to him, his assistant, he was closing the files. We had Mr. V.S. Mahesh, who was a senior vice president HR. He was relaxing in his chair and he was smoking. My heart sank that if this be the mood of the interview, I'm gone. You know, so I thought I need to liven it up. I need to do something. So I entered, I took a step forward and I wished everyone and I said, good evening, gentlemen. Is it fine if I can do some mimicry here to just liven up the atmosphere? All the 10 pair of eyes came up to me. So I had their attention. So V.S. Mahesh said, whom will you mimic? Any one of us? I said, not yet, but once I joined the Taj group, certainly I will. Be rest assured. So they were all on the edge of the seat. And then I mimicked Shashi Kapoor. And the interview went on for some time and a lot of questions being asked on F&B because I wanted F&B and I came out. And I got selected into front office. So totally different, totally unexpected. I went across to Mr. Sanjay Patni and I asked him, I said, you know, my whole thing went across for F&B. How come front office? They said, we thought that you were more suitable for front office. I said, all right, if you think I'll not disappoint you. Started my journey in 1989 with the Taj Group. In 1990, as Gary just now said, was my first tiger setting, the tiger sighting, you know, and it wasn't very easy. Those days, the tiger sightings were not very easy. So I had done 5 safaris and I went for the 6th one. And while we were coming out of the park, I see a tigress with 4 cubs. Something happened. I couldn't sleep that night. And late in the evening, as Gary just now announced that, yeah, I mean, we were a group of friends. So there was this girl whom I had a liking for. I proposed to her. She accepted. So it's 30 years. I haven't left wildlife and my wife. 30 years. So the journey continues. And I was still with the Taj and I went for more safaris later while still working with the Taj. And I was fortunate that I had a wonderful super boss, Divya Bhanu Singh Chawda, who was a wildlifer himself. So I would go for a safari, come back and exchange notes with him, talk to him. So I started to get more interested in the whole thing. And to an extent wherein I found that, you know, hotels is good. I was enjoying it. I was loving it. I was chosen as Employee of the Year in 1990 for the entire Taj group of hotels. So that was a very nice feeling for me at that point in time. And I continued my love for nature grew. And in 1998, I went for a Kailash Mansarovar trip. It was a 30-day trip, about 400 kilometers of walking in the Himalayas. That point in time, it was 30 days. Now it's shrunk and all that. So had a wonderful time. And in year 2000, I said, I think now it's enough and I would want to start something, you know, by myself. And I launched my company called Nature Safari India, which was primarily a wildlife resort marketing company to begin with. But, you know, as they say that you can throw a waiter out of a hotel, but you can't throw the hotel out of a waiter. So that dream of hotel and hotel management stayed with me. And I set up my own wildlife lodge in Kanha National Park. So that's where I merged my passion and profession together. And I tried to do my best in that place and it was received very well, won several accolades. And after about doing it for 10 years, I realized that, you know, I was getting so involved in hotel operations, lodge operations, that I wasn't really, you know, getting as much time to enjoy my wildlife. So I thought, okay, fine, when the going's good, might as well again time to switch. So I switched. I sold my hotel at that point in time, but my company, Nature Safari India, still continues. And in this now we organize tours for people who are interested in wildlife, and they come to India to see Indian wildlife. So right from landing to take off, complete tours. So yeah, we are a tour operator now. The dream of having more wildlife hotels is still there, and inshallah at some point in time will again be back. Just a matter of some more time. So 30 years of doing safaris and practically seeing almost all the national parks, north to south, east to west. And I thought it's time now to also, start penning down my observations and interpretations. So Tiger was Tiger made such a huge impact on my life that that made me switch my hotel journey to where I am today. I thought, let me pen down, and what is it about a tiger that influenced me, that inspired me? Maybe more people in the world can actually try and learn from it. So tiger has some amazing qualities. I rate tiger as, tiger, we all know, is the apex predator in the forest. He's right at the top of the food chain, so he is kind of a CEO of the forest. So what do we learn from him? What is it that makes him stay there? So there are a lot of tactics, there are a lot of strategies that a tiger employs. So how can we all imbibe those things? And there are small things which are also written in a lot of other books, but you see something in practical right there, right in front of you. If you have to learn focus, nothing better than a tiger. You can see him in ambush for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours at times, so focused on one thing. Yes, he's extremely alert at the same time. There could be a movement 100 meters off, but if he has a deer, his eyes are locked in and he knows what's happening 100 meters away. So like that, there are about 42 qualities of a tiger, which I wrote down and I penned down in this book. The book is called The Tiger CEO. So if you wish to be an entrepreneur, and as Elon Musk says that, being an entrepreneur is like chewing glass. And if he says that being in America, in India, it's even more tougher, So if you want to be an entrepreneur, then yes, I think reading this book will really give you some kind of an insight as to what are those things. And these are very simple things, very, very simple things, which you can imbibe, you can inculcate and master the skills, the strategy, the strengths of a tiger. And I think, should not be very tough to, if you follow it and you have a passion in life, to achieve it, you must do it. You live once, so do it. That's all that has been happening in my life so far.
But, there have been.
Sorry, can't hear you.
Better now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So there have been some questions popping up. I'm very sure the panelists are attending them. But your batchmate Sanjay Shende has requested you to do Shashi Kapoor once. So I'm putting that request now.
Okay, I haven't done it for ages, but I'll not disappoint Sanjay Shinde and the panelists here. Well, there are some restrictions. I have to sit and do it. While Shashi Kapoor, if you have to actually truly enjoy him, I'd rather be standing and doing it with all the actions.
Go ahead, Sharad. We're with you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So this is a dialogue. I don't even remember from which film it was, but this is exactly what I had also done in the interview. So when they asked me as to whom will you mimic, I said, for now it is Shashi Kapoor. So what it is like someone asks him, Bol Hire ka hai? He says, Vijay Babu, हीरा पाने का बोलते मिलता है. इसे आप लेना चाहें तो 50-50 हो सकता है, बस इससे ज्यादा चांस नहीं है. इस हीरे में मेरा अधिकार है. था एक ज़मान रहता है, अब तो ये हीरा अपनी जेब में है. Something like that. Thanks.
Great. Thank you, Sharad. Thank you so much. And I'm very sure the kind of, like I said, the balance you've held and you've sailed with, and not only sailed, you've flown with. I'm very sure it's very motivating for all of us to also look at. But at the same time, to everybody who is attendee here, I am putting an offer on behalf of all the panelists, and I'm very sure we all Poolsides continue to club together. So if you want to reach out to any of them, personally, go ahead. They are looking forward to meeting young Poolsides and providing with all the panelists here. You'll not your hand and take you to the path which you were thinking about. So that's not only the celebrities and the passion which is talking here. They're all the helping hands, and we do believe all the poolsides continue to be one family. So please feel free to reach out. You have chat box. Please write to them if you want a direct comment. You can be provided with contact details. As much as anybody's looking at, please reach out. They have all offered very willingly any kind of help they can provide. So that's something I wanted to say outside the talk. But Madhulika, very, very short question. Would you amend anything if you have the chance now, or it looks like a dream journey?
No, I think, you know what, I needed that time to sort of segue into writing full time, because, you know, writing frankly is, it's not a paying profession. Unless you get into something like script writing, or your books get sort of optioned for movies and web series and other screen adaptations, writing itself is a very poorly paying job. So I needed that, you know, 14 years in the corporate world to sort of build up any sort of savings to say that, okay, now I can support myself with my writing. And even then, I needed the sort of the support of my husband, because he was the one who said, no, you know, you have a talent for writing, why don't you write? We will manage. So, and what happened was that even my corporate career, it helped sort of gear me up for writing. For instance, I spent 4 years at NIIT as an instructional designer. And NIIT have this very rigorous course of editing. You have to learn editing. You have to cross a certification examination in editing. And that helped my writing so much, because I have editors now in publishing houses who say, Madhulika, your writing is really clean. We love getting your writing because you don't have to edit. You know, so I think there was a sort of a rational progression, and I needed it. So I look back at that and I don't regret it at all. I think it was good for me, and this is good for me now.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think that's how the happiness which you reflect is very true. Neeta, something which I've been actually thinking of asking you, what made you name your first book? It is called find_love.com.
Yeah. So actually I wanted to name my book findlove.com, but उस नाम की एक website है. So इसीलिए I had to put that underscore बीच में. But the idea, you know, so this idea came to me back in 2012. So when I was, as I said, I was registered on all the matrimonial websites known to humanity, and so were my peers, my friends. But what inspired me was when I saw a very, very close friend actually battling depression, because you know, her every weekend uski wo matrimonial ad aati thi paper mein, and then, you know, those meeting those prospective grooms, and then things not working out, you know, in the direction she desired. So that kind of pushed her almost to the brink of depression, and really, really having self-worth issues. And that's what inspired me to write this book, because so of course, agar aap dhyan doge to koi, you know, nobody wants it. So in a comical, in a satirical way, I tried to convey the fact that marriage is not equal to happiness, and marriage should not be the center of your life. What is important is that you make goals for yourself, pursue your goals, and have fun while you are trying to pursue your goals and discover yourself. So actually happiness really lies in finding yourself rather than finding love, you know, because there is nothing on the outside. You will only give to the world what you have. So it's important that you become happy as a person right where you are. So there's a spring beneath your feet where you are, you know. So that was the purpose of this book. So of course, in a very comical, satirical way, I've narrated the story of this young girl trying to find love in a man or in a relationship. So in fact, a lot of young women and men wrote back to me, you know, after my book release, that how this book inspired them to just be themselves, live to the fullest, and become happy. You know, so this was the real purpose of writing this book. And that is what I have followed in my life, you know. So as I said, I've not really focused so much on success as I've focused on my journey, and on learning new things, on having a seeking spirit. and on having fun, on enjoying whatever I do. So whether it is radio, it's podcasts, it's being an RJ, or being now a manager, or I've also now acted in a short film, so I'm awaiting the release of that. So I just want to experiment and manifest my potential and focus on becoming happy and spreading happiness. So with that intent, I actually wrote this book.
Wonderful. That's so great, Neeta. In fact, recently I was invited by Pepsi for a motivational talk, and I prefer to name the talk as "The Race Is Not Over, as I've not won as yet." And that's where I think the discussion was primarily not about winning the races, but defining the races. And I think something which I was, again, maybe I take a step ahead, I'm sure you would have covered it well. It was not about finding competitors to race against you, rather treating the race as a journey and finding partners to travel with you. But that's so great. Sharad, any advice to young Pusalot coming out already there, and you already your book is coming out in which you said that CEO of the jungle, and you're telling youngsters end up being worse than a jungle. So any correlations, quick word from your side? Sharad, you're on mute.
I'm so sorry. I think it's very important to have some values in life. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Time is the only finite resource on this planet. Only finite. Use it very judiciously. Make every second count of your life, and everything that you require is actually inside you. We don't really need to look outside. We need to take our time and look at the things within ourselves. We have the confidence to do things. We have the power to do things. We need to look beyond our fears. So how do we do that? From your biggest fear, you will actually get your biggest power. Identify what are your fears and overcome them. All right. And as I said, important to have values. So from the tiger perspective, I think tiger is a very courageous animal. I have personally seen a tiger take on 2 elephants at the same time. 2014, a tiger is just about 250 kilos and an elephant is about 5,000, 6,000 kilos. 2 of them together, and he was absolutely unfazed. He stood his ground. His target was very clear. He wanted to take the young one of the elephant, which was between the 2. So from him, I learned the courage. It's very important to have courage in life. Very important to serve everybody. The service aspect is very, very important, which we learn a lot in hotel management. So it's just not physical service. So whatever you do, make sure that, out of that, people, you are contributing to their happiness in some way or the other. Important to love what you do, and important to have faith in yourself or faith in someone. That is all is the things for the youngsters.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
So great, Sharad. Thank you so much. I'm glad that in the chat box we are going on with a lot of questions and answers being directly answered by the panelists, and that's wonderful. So keep an eye there. I will try to attend any questions that do come up in the Q&A side. But another thing which has been very consistent with IHM Pusa, that we always had the top celebrity principals, and these principals have been not only industry leaders, they have been industry icons. And I think I need not repeat this, but still it feels so good and proud that I'd like to say that for almost who think they have a better college or anything else, we proudly present IHM Pusa running continuously for a decade as the best college. That's where it is. So I remember we had a lot of great principals, and even right now we have Mr. Kamalkant Pant, who's doing the principal, and he's found time. Thank you so much, sir, for joining in. We are so happy to have you among this discussion, and we definitely want to request you for a few words today as well. Arindam, I think it may need that you need to unmute him or maybe bring him in the panelist list so that he can be audible to everyone.
Hello.
Mr. Pant is allowed. He and his mic is also not on mute, so he can speak. Mr. Pant, are you there?
Yes, I am there.
Great.
Do you hear me now, Arindam?
Good afternoon, sir. We hear you very well.
Right, thank you. Gary, I had the pleasure of meeting with you very briefly, in one of the PIMA meetings. But I am so pleased to see Mr. Panchi and Madhulika, above all. I did not have the pleasure of ever meeting Neeta and Sharad, but I remember working with Madhu in Old World Hospitality for a very brief period, where I was a training coordinator, and very rightly said by Gary that she was the best, the number one in everything that was there, right?
Thank you, sir. Thank
Her
you.
writing, she was a management training, but I think all the compendium has been compiled by her in the pre-opening Old World, every restaurant, every outlet that so it's so nice to see you, and you have not changed a tiny little bit, right? You are the same person, right?
Thank you, sir.
I'm so pleased to be present here today, and very important thing I want to share with you is that the competition that IHM Pusa has is with itself. It's the number one institution for 10 years in a row. But then Pusa has to be better today than what it was yesterday, and tomorrow has to be better than what it is today. And myself and Arindam, this is the best person, who could be there, to run along with me to make this institution better than what it already is. And what I really feel with a lot of conviction, I say, is that the alumni of any institution, they are the biggest stakeholders, and they are the people who can contribute the greatest deal in making the institution better, because it remains their alma mater forever. And this is the biggest resource. Looking at myself as a manager, I have to deploy all the resources that I have at my disposal to make this ship or the bus that I have in the driving seat. So I want to rope in, the expertise and the expert opinion of each one of you and make this institution better. There are a number of ways that we are trying to reach out. Today, I knew that today's session is going to rock, and it already is rocking. I'm getting messages on my WhatsApp also from the people who are attending it today, better than the previous sessions which have been organized in Pusa Talk series. And what I feel is, if we are contributing to education, the biggest thing in education is, like, it is a jungle out there, as Mr. Sharad has been saying. And in the corporate world, in the real world, it is a jungle out there. And if a person going out of an educational institution has the courage to follow his heart and pursue his dreams and follow his passions, if he is able to go a different path than the beaten path. Beaten path, they just takes you home, but the unbeaten, untrodden kind of paths, they take you to newer places and exotic places, and they really, make you happy, and they really make you achieve something in your life. And this is something which we see that Pusa has been in a position to do so far. And I'm sure that in the days to come, people will become more courageous. They will try opportunities. What I feel is that the juniors that are studying in the institution, juniors of yours, they have courage to take up every unheard of opportunity which comes their way. I feel that they should be in a position to hear the door open before everybody else sees the door slamming. That is something I would like people to recognize the opportunities. And it is great going. I do not want to take any more of the precious time which is dedicated to this outstanding conversation today. And with a lot of pleasure and a big gratitude to each one of you to find the time to make so much value addition to our endeavor, I would like to hand over back to Gary. Thank you very much.
Gary, if I may come in here, Arindam here. There seems to be a lot of questions and a lot of interest. So we'll continue if the panelists have time. Let us continue till the time that we are able to address all the questions and maybe a few more insights from the panelists. So your time limit is off, Gary. It is only now dependent on the time that the panelists have for us, and I'm sure that they will be able to spend a little more time with we have got 85 participants at the moment and lots of questions. So over to you, Gary.
Sure, thank you. That's a good liberty. Like a true Fauji, I was looking at completion by 12:30 and not take a second extra. But that's so nice, Arindam, to get that liberty on. So I think, but at the same time, I'll say till 12:30, we'll have everybody in the shape we have planned, and post that new questions and new discussion that they come up. And if some of the panelists do believe they need to jump to something more important at 12:30, it's fine. Whoever can stay on, we'll address those questions typically there. And something which is going on right now, and I think is the wonderful spirit of hoteliers that we, if it has hit the hotels, it has hit the most. But I'm very confident that this is only a small pause, and the way industry will bounce back, it'll only become more unprecedented. And if the industry will bounce back sooner, it'll not be because of the hotels, it'll be because of the hoteliers. That's the spirit which I'm very confident, while I definitely wanted to talk about IHM Pusa, but there is a common DNA across all hoteliers, and there is a common passion, energy, and ability to bounce back, face the challenges and smile. I'm very sure if Neeta was there for 2 days in the hotel, she was tired enough, but her smile while facing the guests will not go away. I think it's the hoteliers which will bring this industry back, and they will bring it back to a new. Some of the people who is mind-boggling for them what they are able to sort of do right now or not do. Do not worry. It's a matter of time. It's your spirit. It's your hard work which will bring it back. But something which I must say that while Sharad, it was great to see you in the Shashi Kapoor avatar. Similarly, Panchi Saab ki agar mausiki nahi hogi, to ye session bhi pura to maan nahi sakte. So Vineet, we look forward to at least get the poetic and the rhythmatic and the inspirational best that you are. Over to you.
You have to unmute yourself, Vineet.
ये आवाज आनी बंद. Sorry, मेरी आवाज आ रही है आप सबको?
आ रही है.
कैरी, तेरी आवाज मुझे नहीं आ रही थी. एक बार दोबारा बोलोगे, आप क्या कह रहे थे?
सर, आपको अपनी तारीफ सुननी बड़ी अच्छी लगती है. आप, the mic is with you. आपकी मौसीकी के बगैर ये आगे चल नहीं सकता समा, तो इसलिए आपको दरखास्त है.
मैं एक is the request that I read a small nazm? Is that what you said, Gary?
हाँ सर, ऐसे ही समझ लीजिए.
बीच में आवाज कट रही थी. Sorry. यार मैं सोच रहा था कि I'll end with something that I wrote for myself many years ago, and I've been going back to what Neeta said, Sharad said, Madhulika said. Finally it's about having a direction, a dream, a little bit of passion, and later when you start to meet success as you define it on the journey, तुम और ज़्यादा करने लगते हो because you start to feel even happier. This one is called ख्वाबों की आवाज सुनो. मुलाहिजा फरमाइए कि वो जो सिर्फ तुम्हें सुनाई देता है, वो जो सिर्फ तुम्हें सुनाई देता है, आंखें खुली हो या बंद हो, साफ साफ दिखाई देता है. वो जो सिर्फ तुम्हें सुनाई देता है, आंखें खुली हो या बंद हो, साफ साफ दिखाई देता है. वो जो हर रोज तुम्हारे कानों से टकराता है, उछलता है, झटपटाता है, बार बार एक ही राग दोहराता है, जिसको तुमने पैदा किया, जिसको तुमने पैदा किया, शक्ल दी, आंखें दी, नाम दिया, वो जिसे तुमने कभी दुनिया से छुपाया, कभी नजरअंदाज किया, कभी बुलाया, जगाया, सुलाया, दिल के कोने कोने में बसाया, सबकी नजरों से बचकर सहलाया, खत्म होने से बचाया, वो ख्वाब है तुम्हारा, वो ख्वाब है तुम्हारा। इस ख्वाब को कहां तक लेके जाओगे? इस ख्वाब को कहां तक लेके जाओगे? कैसे पालोगे? क्या दिखाओगे? किसको साथ लोगे? किसको साथ रखोगे? किसको छोड़ जाओगे? इस ख्वाब के लिए क्या क्या करोगे? कहां तक जाओगे? इस ख्वाब की सांसें, इस ख्वाब की जान तुम्हारी हथेली पे पड़ी है। इस ख्वाब की सांसें, इस ख्वाब की जान तुम्हारी हथेली पे पड़ी है। ये बड़ा हो गया ना तो अपनी हथेली पे तुम्हें उठाएगा। इस ख्वाब की सांसें, इस ख्वाब की जान तुम्हारी हथेली पे पड़ी है। ये बड़ा हो गया ना तो अपनी हथेली पे तुम्हें उठाएगा। ये ख्वाब है, ये बड़े कमाल की चीज है। जितना तुम निभाओगे ये ख्वाब उससे कहीं ज्यादा निभाएगा। ख्वाबों की आवाज सुनो, ख्वाबों की आवाज सुनो। ये कहते हैं चलते रहना, चाहे जितनी भी आग मिले, अब जो भी हो जलते रहना। टेढ़ी मेढ़ी इन राहों पर चाहे कुछ हो ढलते रहना। इन हाथों की लकीरों को सच होने तक मलते रहना। ख्वाबों की आवाज सुनो भाई, ये कहते हैं चलते रहना। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। आई थिंक इफ आई लाइक टू से समथिंग टू, यार देखो जूनियर सीनियर ना थोड़े टाइम बाद कुछ होता नहीं है। वी जस्ट हैव अ लिटिल मोर एक्सपीरियंस, क्योंकि हमने कुछ साल एक्स्ट्रा देख लिए हैं। एट द एंड ऑफ इट, पैशन इज मेजर्ड बाय हाउ यू फील अबाउट व्हाट यू वांट टू डू एट दैट टाइम। मेरे हो सकता है कि एक्सपीरियंस में आते आते मेरा पैशन कम हो जाए। कीप योर पैशन ऑन, यू नो, इफ यू डोंट हैव ड्रीम्स, क्विकली फिगर आउट अ ड्रीम और उसके पीछे पड़ जाओ, क्योंकि जिंदगी एक ही है। जैसे शरद साहब कह रहे थे टाइम है, मधुलिका कह रही थी टाइम है। हर आदमी आपको जो भी पैशनेट है एक ही चीज बोलेगा, यार वक्त मत खराब करो, बाकी सब चीजें बेकार हैं। जस्ट कीप स्पेंडिंग टाइम आफ्टर व्हाट यू लव एंड देयर इज नो रीजन फॉर यू टू गो बैक। थैंक यू।
Great, Vineet. This is awesome. This is awesome. I think considering we also have a lot of talent in form of Neeta, who's been a radio jockey. Neeta, we should hear it from you as well.
Okay, I'll just so इस वेबिनार के बारे में अगर मैं एक आरजे के स्टाइल में बात करूं, जो हमने आज I had so much of fun and I learned so much and I drew so much of inspiration from each one of you. So thank you so much. And thank you to all the people who took out time from their busy schedules to join us on a Saturday. So 107.2 FM रेडियो नशा सुन रहे हैं आप। वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग टू यू। और आज सुबह के वेबिनार से हमने सीखा कि टाइगर का फोकस लाइफ में लाना है। देहरादून की वादियों में रहने से खुशी मिलती है, क्रिएटिविटी बढ़ती है और रोज 1000 वर्ड्स लिखने से आप एक सक्सेसफुल नॉवेलिस्ट बन सकते हैं। जैसे कि रोहन ने चैट बॉक्स में कहा है that a Pusaite can just do anything. So friends, go out there and conquer the world. The world is your stage. और IHM पूसा के चीते just never age. And coming up next is हाँ यही रास्ता है तेरा from the film लक्ष्य। सुनते रहिए 107.2 FM रेडियो नशा, फिर वही दीवानगी।
Wonderful, wonderful, Neeta. This is
you.
awesome. I mean, it's I can also do this actually, Neeta, but I'll take to get this right. You've been spontaneous. You've been like, here it starts, and I think that shows it all. That shows the difference, and that every panelist very clearly highlights. So since we're taking more questions, so we have an anonymous guy who preferred to say what all is included in craftsmanship course in IHM Pusa. So while this may not be the right forum in terms of getting the syllabus up for craftsmanship course, but what I will answer back, look at the people here. That's what gets crafted in IHM Pusa, success. So wherever they go, whatever to do, that's something awesome that they provide. So maybe since we have more time, Arindam, and thanks for that, I wanted to go back to Sharad once again.
Gary, may I request that, this Pavan Arora has asked a very pertinent question, which is, are you able to share one learning or lesson from 2020 on this forum from your own experiences? And we have actually shared a lot of hotel related stuff, होटल वाले रो रहे हैं आजकल, आपको पता ही है, हमारे तो नौकरी के लाले पड़े हुए हैं आजकल जो हाल है. But you're all from different industries. I know Sharad to some extent is linked with the industry, but otherwise, so from the outside, what do you look at? How do you look at life during pandemic and COVID times? And is there any one learning or that one thing that you've personally experienced or learned or share that you can share with the panel, rest of the team?
Sure. Maybe let's take it up with panelists 101. Maybe Madhulika, over to you.
Maybe we can start with Gary this time, because Gary is a fighter, and I must say this. You know, we are extremely grateful, and I take this opportunity wherever I can to thank the soldiers of our country who are giving us the peace of mind to be able to sleep peacefully when things are so tough in our borders. So thank you, Gary, and the community of soldiers.
Thank you, Arindam. Thank you so much. Very kind. So maybe I take the baton and then I'll pass it on to Madhulika later. I think something which is very important, and possibly this learning has been part of life from day one. Maybe it came possibly in terms of the upbringing which was ever happening. So something which I've enjoyed, and my motto of life has been be prepared, because take unusual turns. Just be prepared. Be prepared. It can become sad. Be prepared. It can actually just all of a sudden वो बोलते हैं रंग से राजा बना सकती है. उसके लिए भी be prepared. Because what is preparation that time? Don't lose your balance. राजा से रंग भी बन गया तो be prepared, तब भी खुशियाँ ना आना चाहिए. So I think शायद जो अभी हुआ है, जिसको हम कोरोना कह सकते हैं, जो 2020 possibly Pawan has tried to indicate. So rather than only happening to you, this can happen to the full community. And this case, the community can be global in nature. So I think these things will come and go. And I'm very sure a lot of us have faced far more tragic episodes than what Corona is bringing to global community, and they have faced it well. So I think somewhere or the other, जो होना है होता रहेगा. और that's all I would like to say.
Okay, should I take it up then from there? For me, one of the important things which I sort of I realized as a result of how I've gone through the pandemic is that I realized self-discipline is like sort of paramount. It's also something which comes from otherwise from being sort of a writer, that if you have self-discipline and if you are able to control what you are doing, how you're doing it, if you have a proper routine and if you're organized, then it becomes you have a much greater level of success. So for instance, what has happened is that during this pandemic, I've realized that a lot of people who are in lockdown, a lot of fellow writers who are wannabe writers and not really dedicated to it, they have just left their writing slide. Nobody's, I mean, the people who are saying, I've not written a story in 6 months. Whereas I've written my longest novel during the lockdown. So, I'm just going on working. It's not affected me in any way other than the fact that now there are more people in the house all the time. So the discipline which I inculcate in myself anyway is what has kept me going throughout. It's and the amount of work that I'm doing all the time is what helps me. It keeps me so occupied that I don't have the time to fret and to get depressed about what is happening around me. And I know that the work is going to pay off. That work, the amount of work I'm doing is actually going to help. So for me, the realization that discipline is very important, and that discipline is what helps you go through and to succeed. That is the main learning which has come through from the lockdown.
Sure, Madhulika. Again, Nita, over to you.
Yeah, so thank you, Pawan, for that question. So I feel what COVID, what 2020 has taught me, and the entire, especially the last 4-5 months have taught me, is that I feel we are stronger than we think we are. So इसमें भी शायद कोई opportunity है. And I think it's important to practice gratitude, because very naturally, we are focusing on the things which are not going right. But I feel there are many people, we are better off than so many people. Some people are having an even a more tougher time than, we are. So if it's a dark tunnel, it's dark for everybody. But if you show light to someone, you will also be able to see. And the second thing is, that from my own life, if I were to focus on the opportunities that have come my way in the last 4-5 months, is I used to do podcasts for Hindustan Times, and they were in an audio format. But because of the lockdown, we started doing video format. So I had to personally fix the camera, shoot it, edit it, then, package it and then upload it on social media. So that kind of helped me learn something new. So I was able to learn how to, do these videos. Besides this, one of my friends who is a filmmaker, he thought of a film on, on lockdown. So he asked me to shoot my portions from my phone again and send it to him. So I ended up doing, learning so much more during the last 4-5 months. So I feel we have to focus on the opportunities. If we are really trying to create value of whatever we have, that this is my reality, I might not like it, but this is how it is. If I try to see what best I can do from it, something surely will emerge. So I feel it's easy for us to look at the dark side of it because that is the reality. But I feel what it has taught me is to look for the opportunities.
Sure, Neeta, that's great. Simply awesome. Sharad, comments from you. Did you meet a tiger during the lockdown?
Unfortunately not, though the tigers were roaming free, but we still could not meet them. The learning, I actually get reminded of two things. One was from the film Rocky. I think there was a wonderful dialogue there that life is not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and still keep moving forward. That is how winning is done. And never waste a crisis. Also, I think said by some wise men. And this pandemic also kind of made me ponder over a book that I had read a couple of decades back, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, when he was in that gas chamber during the Second World War. So he said to himself, my attitude and my reaction to what is happening around me is in my control. All right. So he promised to himself that he will come out alive from these chambers, which he did. His second promise was that he will try and serve and help others around during those severe times, which he did. So whenever we have such crisis, never forget again, those values of courage, of service to all, love for all, and having faith in your own ability, and your reaction is in your control. As Neeta also said very beautifully just now, and so did Madhulika, every crisis is an opportunity. Utilize your time. I utilized this time in penning down. I unlocked my thought process and penned down this book called The Tiger CEO. So the choice is yours. Either you curse the world, you curse the circumstances, or you change the circumstances. So as Steve Jobs had also said that it's the crazy ones who actually change the world. So if you're crazy enough to think that you can change the world, you will.
Great.
That's it. Yeah.
Crazy is helping, sure. And thank you. And there are a lot of questions coming up, and thanks to the additional time, but at the same time, the additional time is still 12:45. So some of the questions which are popping up now, I may not be able to take them in, but there are a lot of requests in terms of the books you've written, the wonderful work everybody has done. So feel free to write within the chat box. All the panelists will get that information, or panelists can go to, I think, the Facebook profiles, as Neeta told somebody to do that, and stuff like that. Well, if I may treat, and thanks to Arindam and all the members who did this complete session, planned this session, and it works so well. So please treat it as a beginning. It's not going to finish at 12:45. Remain connected, exchange as much information as you want. But I'll hand over maybe Vineet Panchi for the year 2020.
So all the best, and thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Really appreciate this for doing this.
Arindam, we still have Vineet left. Wait.
My apologies.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Your mic, Vineet.
अब आ रही? Sorry, मेरी इसकी I think इंटरनेट की थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम है यहाँ पहाड़ों में. जाते जाते सब कह रहे थे कि यार 2020 से क्या सीखा. उस पर एक छोटी सी नज़्म है कि हमेशा ही हम चलते आए उन रास्तों पर जो बने बनाए थे। हमेशा ही हम चलते आए उन रास्तों पर जो बने बनाए थे, हमेशा हमने कदम बढ़ाए उन रास्तों पर जो दिखे दिखाए थे। देखो तो सही कितनी तेजी से दुनिया बदल रही है। आंखें खोलो, ध्यान से सुनो किस रफ्तार से चल रही है। ना ये पुरानी डगर है, ना ये पुराना सफर है। वक्त का तकाजा है बेटा, नई डगर पे चलना होगा। वक्त का तकाजा है, नई डगर पे चलना होगा, नए इरादे के साथ नए सफर पर निकलना होगा। अब जो हुआ हुआ, पंजाबी में ना हमारे क्या है तो देखा जाएगा यार, आगे बढ़ो। अब जो हुआ हुआ, तुमको भी मुझको भी कुछ तो नया करना होगा। नए नए सवाल उठेंगे, कोविड का टाइम है, नए नए सवाल उठेंगे, नई नई सी खुलेंगी राहें, नई सी मुश्किलें भी होंगी, नई सी खुलेंगी मंजिलों की बाहें। नजर में भर के सारे ख्वाबों को विदाउट डाउट सिर्फ आगे बढ़ना होगा। अब जो हुआ हुआ मेरी जान, तुमको भी मुझको भी कुछ तो नया करना होगा। पर हमारी हिम्मत को आजमाने उठेंगे, लेकिन सवाल कितने, वरना हम क्यों कर रहे हैं इतने सारे सेशन वगैरह। हमारी हिम्मत को आजमाने उठेंगे, लेकिन सवाल कितने, इन्हीं सवालों में से फिर मिलेंगे नए नए से ख्याल कितने। नए सवालों की बात सुनकर नए ख्यालों को साथ लेकर चलना होगा और चलना होगा। अब जो भी हुआ हुआ मेरी जान, तुमको भी मुझको भी कुछ तो नया करना होगा। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
Wow, 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 wow. Great, 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 wonderful. Your team, over to you. Arindam, over to you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Deeply appreciated. And the recording will be uploaded on all the social media sites shortly. And as Gary said, please stay in touch. The seniors who have passed out of college are always there to help young alumni as well as the current students. And thank you very much, Mr. Pant, for supporting and working with Bima closely. So all the best, and thank you very much to the ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
This
so,
was
so
really
much.
good.
This was wonderful. Thank you.
Arindam.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you guys. All the best.
Thanks.